guys, it's your girl Victoria, back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 19, called Can't Belize It. Okay, so we're going to start off with Sierra. She's playing golf with her son. She invited Shekinah and Spice and her kids over to play, so they have a good time. And this is where Spice invites Shekinah and Sierra to Belize because she's having I guess she's performing at a Belize festival, also doing something for her Grace Hamilton Foundation. She's also inviting Rennie, and they're definitely down to go. She's also saying it's going to be like a spiritual healing situation over there too. So with all that Sierra got going on, she said she's down for it. She kind of said she's ready for some healing also. So everybody's excited. Cool beans, let's go. We then move on to Yandy. She meets with her cousin Keisha. I guess like holistic tea place to talk. So Keisha lets us know, well, lets Yandy know, but we're watching it too, that unfortunately, when she was talking with her doctor, she got some bad news. Come to find out, she got 5 more fibroids in her uterus. In or around her uterus. I guess she had some before, and that kind of, caused her not to be able to conceive or have children, because she does have endometriosis as well, and she has an enlarged uterus. So with all those factors, she would have to have another surgery in order to remove the current fibroids that she has, and she would have to wait like an additional year before she would get cleared to go through with IVF with Yandy's eggs. So she don't want to go through all of that. She wants to have her baby right now, so she's not going to do all that. So the next course of action is to get a surrogate and to still use Yandy's egg to, inseminate or to have IVF with a surrogate. So Yandy says she's there to support, and I'm just like, Yandy, you a real one. Like, if you really supporting her and really doing this with her, for her, and all that stuff, like, kudos to you, because I know a lot of people at this point, and I feel like I would be one of them. I'd be, willing to support and give you my egg, if I had a good one, what I'm saying? Who knows, I don't have no kids, so I wouldn't know nothing about that right now. But anyway, we ain't talking about me, we talking about them. But I'm just saying, for me personally, if I was willing to give my egg and whatnot, right? And then we get to the point where it's just like, okay, now I can't even give it to you. I would have to give it to a surrogate to carry. It's like, now it's kind of just like, now, for me, like I said, and I'm not saying for her, but I'm just saying for me personally, it's just like, I would just kind of be like, this is a lot, especially when we get later on in the episode where it's like, and I'm also helping pay financially for this. So that means I'm going to help pay financially for a surrogate. And it's just like, bro, I'm going to do what I can for you. But at the same time, it's getting more and more expensive as, each plan is getting denied. Well, not really necessarily denied, but to the point like you don't want to do it, so now we got to go to a more expensive route. It's like, I don't know if I could, continue on. But, Yandy gonna do what she can for her. I guess she got the finances and whatnot, so that's cool. But, to each her own. Ain't nothing wrong with that, and that's what's up. If she's able to continue supporting her financially and literally physically with her egg, by all means, do what you gotta do, Yandy. We then move on to the girls that get to Belize, meaning Rennie, Sierra, and Shekinah. And they're sitting in the van, or riding in the van, talking about they're ready for the healing. Sierra says it's her and Eric's 1-year anniversary, wedding anniversary. And, even though she kind of was like ready to get divorced when her grandmother passed, he was there with her every step of the way and definitely didn't leave her side at all at the funeral and whatnot. So she's conflicted and hopes that their trip in Belize will help her, give her clarity to know what she's going to do in regards to her marriage with Eric. I don't know present day where they at, but I feel like y'all still together. So we see where that clarity of the trip went to, like what side of the spectrum it went to. So then we get to Shekinah saying she wants a boyfriend. She wants sexual healing, and she getting cobwebs down there. And look, if that's the case, well, Shekinah, I mean, kudos to you for not giving it up to any and everybody. But if you're ready for some sexual healing and want a boyfriend, then hey, manifest it. You could get it. I'm here for it. Whatever you want to do, Shekinah. At this point, like whatever y'all want to do, I'm here for it. As long as it's not harming nobody or nothing. Listen, as long as it's gonna make you happy in a unproblematic way, uncriminal way and stuff like that, you got my support. So then we move on to Mendeecees. He's with his realtor. Listen, this episode wasn't much, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Mendeecees with his realtor. I guess a plot of land that they had. He's thinking about pre-selling it and whatnot. So here goes Yandy coming in with a, hard hat on, saying she's there to bring him lunch and, help out where she can. But she really doing that because she really want Mendeecees to be on board with this egg transferation type thing she got going on with Keisha. So she sits him down to talk, and pretty much it's just like, the situation with Keisha and the fibroids and whatnot, so they need to get a surrogate. So Mendeecees is still on, it's our child though, and, Yandy's like, no, it's not. Just because it's my egg doesn't mean it's going to be our child. We're done with having kids and, raising kids, like, that's it. So then he asks, like, okay, are we going to be helping financially and stuff? So Yandy was like, well, yes, a little bit. So that's what Mendeecees was really like. So not only are we going to give her, our family, part of us, because, he don't look at Yandy as just her egg. No, it's us. It's our child. So he's just like, not only are we going to be helping her with that, but now we're going to be helping financially too. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not mad at him for asking the question necessarily, because it's like, when was Yandy going to tell him that they also going to be helping financially? Unless if it's like Yandy's money Mendeecees don't know about and she wants to spend that money, then I guess she can spend that money. But at the same time, obviously, since they're married, it's like, especially with a big financial thing that this is going to be, that it seems like it's going to be, yeah, I definitely would, discuss that with my spouse. But, if Mendeecees never asks, who knows how long it will take for Yandy to even express the fact that, we're going to be helping her out a little bit too. So he not really feeling that. And, Yandy tries to plead her case, but Mendeecees was like, it's disrespectful that it seems like she made her decision without telling him. And y'all know for the past couple of weeks, I was just kind of like, I see both sides. But pretty much communication is what could have just saved this whole thing to begin with. But of course, we got to have drama for the TV show. But like I said, like I always say, communication is key. Okay. But Yandy asked him to be open-minded about it, because he said, we're going to have to keep having conversations about this. So she's like, just have an open mind. I mean, I guess he's doing his best to have an open mind, but, he really only doing it for you, Yandy, because if it really was up to him, he would say no. But because you're so gung-ho on helping out your cousin that you consider your sister, he's going to eventually cave in. He's going to give you a little fight, but at the end of the day, we already know what's going to happen. He's going to say, okay, by the end of the season, I bet you he's going to be full 100% on board. So then we move on to back in Belize at the Belize Festival, and then, they talk for a little bit. Then we get to the Grace Hamilton Foundation. I don't want to say ceremony, but I believe they were at a school, so Spice makes a speech, and, all goes well. Okay? That's all we get for that little snippet in Belize. We then get back to Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and we have Erica Dixon and Scrappy. They're going to a zipline obstacle course that was reserved and planned by Scrappy. So he said he wants to prove that he will risk it all for her. We're talking about Erica Dixon. And Erica Dixon's letting us know that they're just having a good time. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are having a good time out in the streets and back in the sheets. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at it. You single, he's single, you know what I'm saying? Who knows if y'all was doing anything before he was single and you was single, you guys may have never stopped, but y'all was, keeping it on the low, being sneaky links and whatnot. If that's the case, at this point, people gonna do what they do. Is it right? No. Especially if he was married and all that stuff and he was in a relationship and all that stuff. At this point, like I told y'all yesterday, for the Love and Hip Hop Miami, everybody on this damn franchise, whether it's in Hollywood, New York, Atlanta, Miami, everybody has sex. Everybody has sex with somebody. Everybody intermingled some way, somehow. Everybody got herpes. I'm not saying they do have herpes, but all the saliva swap and all, everybody done did it. It's like, it's all connected. They all connected. Sexually. Okay? On Love and Hip Hop. Of all franchise. Like, if all cities. Okay? So, whatever. Okay? They been doing it. Doing the do. They doing the do now. You know what I'm saying? He doing the do with Diamond. That we're going to come to find out in a couple scenes from now. And I wouldn't be mad if Erica Dixon's doing it with another guy or whoever the case may be. Baby daddy, whatever. So, it really don't make a difference to me. But, okay. Y'all just having a good time, sure. And, and he trying to prove that he's going to risk it all for you. He probably already proved that he risked it all for you by probably still sleeping with you when he was with Bambi. Not saying he did that, okay? I'm not going to say that was, factual. But I wouldn't be surprised if it came out to be factual. That's all I'm trying to say. So after that, they do some zip lining. They look scared and whatnot, but they push through it. And, they stop and talk about Imani going to college. Erica gets a little emotional. Then they talk about Bambi hanging up on Mama D when Mama D was trying to FaceTime one of her grandkids. And even though Erica and Mama D had issues in the past, Erica never kept Mama D from having a relationship with Imani. So, they talked about that for a little bit. But it was just kind of, I guess, to have a little conversation. But really what they wanted to do was make out and just really have fun without the cameras. But since they're on the TV show, they got to, have some type of conversation. So I feel like that's why the only reason why they had those conversations. But they be pillow talking, okay? Like I said, I'm not going to say what they doing, because I don't know. But I feel like they do what we all kind of know that they do. And I'm pretty sure they be pillow talking. So they have all the conversation during pillow talk, but they only had a conversation here to, have some oomph in this scene. Because other than that, it was not much to take from this scene. So then that's why we're going to move on right along to the girls back in Belize. They go to a historical temple. They take a tour and get spiritual healing from a shaman. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that goes well and nice. And how they always say when someone says something that they couldn't completely know about, it's like, oh my gosh, that's directly from God. I can't say whether it's from God or not. I mean, maybe they're God, but I don't know if it's from the God I serve and whatnot. But it is what it is. If they feel like they got something from it, by all means, kudos to y'all. We're gonna move on. Okay, we didn't move on to look. Like I said, there was not much to take from this episode, but I'm doing the best I can, okay? Give me a break. We get to Yandy and Keisha, Mendeecees. They go see a doctor to talk about the IVF process. And, Mendeecees, makes a little jokey joke about if they could find an egg that looks, more as much close to Keisha as it can. Yandy's looking hella annoyed. But I'm like, Yandy, you know how your husband is. You've been with him for how long? Like, let's not act like we don't know our men be making jokes at the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, ain't nothing new. Okay. Not saying it's right, I'm not trying to be like men gonna be men, but at the same time, it's like, I just be so tired of them myself that it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, you just have to just roll your eyes and shrug your shoulders at this point. And you've been with yours longer than I've experienced mine. So it's just like, Yandy, you know how Mendeecees is, but Mendeecees then asks about pricings for how much it's going to cost to get a surrogate. And, they don't know the definite answer. It depends on whatever agency they go with. But it could range from like 70,000 to 100K. Now, I've known a couple surrogacy or a couple surrogates in my personal life. And they was getting banged, bro. They was giving over $100,000. Okay. So it's expensive. And I'm just like, these people would just be paying that. Like, people would be having like 100K and stuff to just be, to have a surrogate. I'm like, y'all rich. Especially in this economy, y'all rich. Because I'm trying to think, like, if I can't have a kid, God forbid, but I wouldn't be able to get no surrogate. I can't afford that shit. Like, $100,000? I'd rather use that $100,000 put down on a nice house than to, listen, we have other means of having kids, if that's the case. Because $100,000, that's expensive. That's just to even get the baby. That's not even including when you get the baby, because kids ain't cheap either. So, they got money. That's all I'm going to say. But then after the little meeting, Mendeecees, Keisha, and Yandy talk outside of the office or whatnot. And Mendeecees does give Keisha a hug and says that her tears broke him down. And I'm like, did it really? Because you saying it feels like you're just saying that so nonchalantly. So until it really goes through and you show that you 100% support Keisha in this situation, I ain't going to believe a word you say, Mendeecees. I ain't going to believe nothing. Okay, actions speak louder than words. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to move on. We get to Scrappy. He makes breakfast for him and Diamond. He said him and Diamond are just having fun. And, she's single. He's single. He not dating her or Erica Dixon. And I'm just like, you just went on you just went on a date with her though at the obstacle course thing, the zip line obstacle course thing. And then before, like the couple episodes ago, y'all had like kumbaya, making s'mores by the campfire or something, like, and you was telling your mama that you and Erica went on a date. So, but you're not dating them. So you're going on dates and doing date-ish things, but you're not on a date. But you were just telling us that you was trying to prove that you'll risk it all for her. And you care about her and all that stuff. You said that here in this scene too, but it's just like, y'all, you not dating her. And you're not dating Diamond too. I feel like you dating Erica, but you maybe not dating Diamond. Diamond, you just use at your little sneaky link because she was in her pajamas and you was just in your little white t-shirt and y'all was, you was making breakfast for her. So it's like the morning after. So what y'all was doing last night? He said he just having fun. So of course you having fun with the both of them. Of course you probably sexing both of them. But to say you're not dating either of them is a lie, because you was just on a date with Erica at the obstacle course thing, and making kumbaya campfire s'mores in a campfire at somebody's backyard. So what are we talking about here, Scrappy? I that you need to stop lying, bro. If you dating them, just saying you dating them. Like, what is it at this point? As much as we've been watching Love and Hip Hop and what is it gonna matter to us if you dating both of them? We've seen so much foolery on this show. You dating both of them is not gonna make us flinch, not even once. Is really not gonna make us do nothing, Scrappy. To be honest and be like, yeah, I'm dating both of them. I want the best of both worlds type of thing. We really not gonna flinch at this point. We done seen so much in this franchise of Atlanta alone. It really would take a lot for us to be like, oh my gosh, dang, that's crazy. It's really not, Scrappy. You could just be honest with us for once, okay? Just be honest. You dating both of them, okay? Maybe not both, but you definitely dating one and using the other one for your sexual needs when the one you dating is not available because she got the twins at the house. Okay. But yeah, they flirt and they talk about doing something in the future together. See, now you planning a date with Diamond. Look. But you're not dating either one of them. You probably alternate every other day, Scrappy. That's what it feel like. You got Erica on, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then have Diamond on Tuesday and Thursdays, and y'all switch it up the next week, and then weekends you with your kids with Bambi or something. I don't know how you have your schedule set up, but if it really feeling like each day somebody got you, and if that's the case, live your life, Scrappy. Live your life, but I'm just saying you don't gotta lie about it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and the last thing we get to is the girls in Belize. They're in the van talking, and we talking about abortion. Unfortunately, Shekinah got an abortion at 15, 16 years old, and she got pregnant again at 24, and she didn't want it. She tried to stay strong, acting like it didn't bother her, but Spice and stuff was able to get her to get emotional and to really feel in it, and she lets us know in the confessional that maybe she's not over it. I don't think so. I don't think that's something you can ever get over unless you really didn't want to have kids. But I feel like a lot of people who do get abortions, it's not the fact that they don't want to have kids, it's just not the right time for them to have the kid. So it's like, of course, it's an emotional type of thing. So, and especially that you went through it more than once, I know that can really take a toll on someone. One alone can take a toll on someone, and I can only imagine someone going through more than one, how really of a toll that can take on them. So, Rennie does empathize with her because she too went through the same thing 2 weeks before her what would have been her baby father went to jail. And we then lead to Rennie. She's not feeling good, and I guess she has a hole in her kidney, so she was feeling nauseous and shaking, so she ended up having to hop out of the the van to puke and cough and stuff. So, they said like they're gonna have to call 911, or I mean they're in Belize, so ain't no 911 over there, but call the ER and stuff. So I do hope she's feeling better. I was wishing kind of like, if you throw up, I'm gonna throw up. Like, I don't throw up. I have a strong stomach. Thank God. Thank God. So I don't be throwing up like that, but if I do see someone throwing up, I'm gonna get an anxiety attack. I'm going to get an anxiety attack. Why? Because I have PTSD from look, side story real quick. Okay. Back in kindergarten, I feel like I explained this before at one show or something, but back in kindergarten, okay, elementary school, corn dog day. It took me forever before I was able to eat corn dogs again. Okay. The little boy that was sitting next to me, I guess he ate his corn dog too fast or something, because next thing I know, I feel something warm on my little itty bitty thigh in kindergarten, and I look over and homeboy threw up his corn dog on my thigh. And ever since then, I've been traumatized whenever someone throws up. The only throw up I can handle is literally babies, because it's really just milk. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, when they start eating solids and stuff, and vomit becoming chunky and stuff, no, I can't do it. That's something I gotta work on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should go to one of these people who help with phobias and whatnot. But the vomiting, I can't do that shit. I can't. You can give me all the blood, guts, gore, all that shit. Vomit, no. Even watching something. But we're not gonna talk about it too much. We're not gonna we really did spend the last 2 minutes talking about vomit. Wow. But I do hope she feels better. That was where the episode ended. Like, I don't know what else to say. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Like, we coming straight to the point because right now I'm just trying to, erase my head of my trauma from childhood. Oh yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe, okay? If you didn't laugh, please subscribe because of my fear of my traumatic story, and hopefully you feel impelled to be like, Victoria's gonna be okay. I'm gonna subscribe to you to make you feel better. Okay, I really appreciate that. And if you don't fall on either end of the spectrum of feeling bad for me or laughing at least once, that's fine. Okay, come back next week. Okay, there's gonna be an episode next week. I'm gonna review next week. I'm gonna try to make you laugh so then you can subscribe then. Okay, so there's still a chance. Other than that, comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.